Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back. Queen Osset here. And today we are going to focus on the new moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarian energy is all about seeking, venturing forth, doing and exploring and learning. So I have a lot of things here that I want to go over because I want to do something a little different for this new moon phase. It's the last new moon of 2018, and we know that new moons is about setting our intentions. Now, I know, a lot of you for the past couple of months, perhaps weeks, with Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Scorpio new moon, all of that energy was bringing a lot of stuff to the surface. Things were a little bit chaotic. People were in their feelings, and we are in the throes of holiday season. But we are now being given another chance, an opportunity to pull some of that energy back and get focused, get goal-oriented, and decide what it is that we want to do for 2019. So let me get some papers and my books, and I'll start reading off some things that I have. I also have a little spell incantation that we're going to do. I have some astro cards that I'm going to show you, and of course we're going to talk about this intentions that we can use or focus on to bring in that or take advantage of this Sagittarian energy. And then I am going to wrap up with a suggestion for a particular crystal. I'm going to use a card pulled from the Lavish Earth deck, and then I shall pull a card from my Ancestral guidance cards. Oops, can't see that. There we go. Okay, so new moon in Sagittarius, and the energy is I see. And I have here, during this new moon time, you may go through a period of not, feeling religious, or perhaps you might feel disconnected. You may want to buck against authority. But you're curious about religion and philosophy. You may also feel like you want to give up your 9-to-5 job as well. So, you might become a street performer or a tattoo artist or a publicist, anything that allows you flexibility outside of 9-to-5, bookstore owner, something that does not require a set schedule. You may also feel the need to fight against any sort of restrictions, as you want everything to be out in the open. You also want to know where you stand. Some of you might acquire a new pet. But most of us, I think, will be ready to embrace a new philosophy. So we might enroll in classes, higher education, higher learning. We might begin to study different spiritual paths, other other religions, other cultures. And, because Sagittarius is also a very adventurous energy, some of you might visit a casino because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter governs the wheel of fate in the tarot. So, a visit to a casino or playing a lottery, it might be productive. The outcome may very well be positive. If you hit, don't forget me. So Sagittarius, as I said, is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter, I have something here as well, I thought. Now, Jupiter is the planet of expansion and generosity. Now, Jupiter's energy can be expansive and generous with both the good stuff and the yucky stuff. And this is where our intentions come into play. Okay, so with this Jupiter energy, expect doors to open wide. Okay, Jupiter's energy is so vast and expansive that this is the gate opener for better luck. It is said that Jupiter casts off more heat than it actually takes in from the sun. And so this is why it is a planet of generosity and joyfulness. Jupiter energy is also a soother of hurts and bruises, and it promises a period of good fortune when hard luck is coming to an end. Jupiter also represents the father, and those of you who have been doing shadow work, you know we may get into the archetypes, the father and the mother. When this energy, the energy that we're in right now, you may be given not only a gift, but a lift. You know, it may seem like you get some help from the divine. Blocks are being removed. But though you may be experiencing that Six of Wands energy, this is not a time to rest on your laurels, okay? Instead, you will be required to attend to anything that you set in motion. All right? Anything that you set in place, you must keep a positive and attentive energy towards it. Continue to nurture your projects or events that you have set in place. As I said, with Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius, in this energetic time that we are currently experiencing, doors are opening. So with generosity and faith, it is time to walk through them. Now, I have another card here. Oh, yes. So, Sagittarius rules the 9th house. Now, you might want to look in your own chart and see where Sagittarius sits. Sagittarius sits in my 5th house of creativity, play. Let me pull the paper for you. My 5th house, ruled by Sagittarius, it says that I like adventure, travel, gambling, taking risks just for the pleasure of it, and lots of love affairs. Well, I guess it's going to be an exciting moon cycle for me. We shall see. Also, because this new moon falls into the 9th house, the 9th house, according to Yasmin Boland, is known as the big picture zone. So it's all about, of course, adventure, travel, and personal happiness. The 9th house, again, as I said, is expansive. You know, your worldview will come into play. Expect new and exciting developments related to travel, the internet, publishing. Wish for the sight to see the bigger picture in your life. Don't forget to be in a place of gratitude as well. Visualize yourself on the most fabulous holiday that you can think of. Here's a ritual that you can do. Very simple. Okay, decide on your next travel destination and put a picture of this on a wall to remind yourself of your plans. Okay, and things that you can do: read books that you know you should. I have a stack of books myself that I have to get through. Do a personal development course. Manifest a new spiritual teacher. How about make a cyber friend or pal on the other side of the world, which means reach out and explore. The essential oil to work with would be sandalwood, because sandalwood is one of the oils you can work with. Sandalwood, sage, I have another one here, and tea tree. These are 3 oils that you can work with during this time to help you with your manifestation. Sandalwood is said to be highly vibrational for raising your spiritual awareness, and it helps you get in alignment with your soul purpose. And of course, it's excellent for meditation. You know, the properties of tea tree are good for cleansing, purification, and all of, cleansing, purification. Also, I want to feel like groundedness and nourishment. And sage, again, I spoke about this in one of my other videos. I live on the East Coast, so white sage does not grow here, so it's not something that I would partake in. If you live on the East Coast, you might want to seek out perhaps a sage substitute. Juniper or birch will be good. Okay, let's see now. The colors associated with this time, your candle colors could be red or purple. I have a purple candle here, purple holder, and the candle, it is purple. The flower will be carnation, if you want to bring that in. Also, carnations are very good for your ancestor table. And of course, you know the glyph is the arrow, the archer's arrow, right? You know, be prepared to capture or embrace that 8 of Wands energy and release that arrow. Don't make the mistake of sitting in that place of deliberating as to where the bullseye is. Go ahead and release that arrow, okay? Your crystals that you can work with. Of course, I said I'm going to pull a crystal card, but I have here that topaz, which is birthstone for Sagittarians, is good, and turquoise. Turquoise, it says here, is the star stone for Sagittarians. The green blue stone restores vision when you are seeing muddled and confused. Native Americans say that the mind becomes at one with the universe when wearing this magical stone. So that's another thing as well. You know, turquoise, depending on where you are, you just want to be mindful that you're not getting dyed halite. Okay, so some of the other activities that you can do here, you can, again, be adventurous. Travel to someplace new. Take a mental journey. Write a statement of your own personal philosophy. Read ancient philosophies. There's a book, not Sophie's Choice. I'll be right back. I'm going to get this book. Okay, I'm back. So the book I was talking about is called Sophie's World, and it's a novel about the history of philosophy. I want to add this to your reading list. Let's see, one of my glasses here. It's by Justine Gardner. And it says, one day Sophie comes home from school to find 2 questions in her mail. Who are you? And where does the world come from? Before she knows it, she is enrolled in a correspondence course covering Socrates to Sartre and beyond with a mysterious philosopher. But Sophie is receiving a separate batch of equally unusual letters. Who is Hilda? And why does her mail keep turning up in Sophie's world? To unravel this riddle, Sophie must make use of the philosophy she is learning, but the truth is far more complicated than she could have imagined. So, this is an interesting book, keeps you engaged. It's one that I am going to be rereading. Another book that I would recommend, perhaps you want to learn about another spiritual path. One of my mentors back in the day was Strega. She was an Italian blood witch, and I learned a lot about Italian magic from her. So I'm going to be delving back in to, one of my roots. This should be very, very interesting. Um, how to cure malokyo, evil eye, cleaning and blessing the home, how to make amulets. And for those of you who want to know a bit about my path and not really sure what direction to take, what to read, how to separate fact from fiction, well, a lot of things that are under the guise of fiction actually contain quite a bit of facts. And so I'm going to recommend these two books for you to give you a little head start, to whet your appetite per se. Brown Girl in the Ring. As a matter of fact, anything by Nalo Hawkinson, the author, will give you a taste of African traditional religion, will give you more truth than many of the books that are written by so-called priests and priestesses and mambos and hugans out there. I'm just saying, take a look at this book. And another book, this one, Forever by Pete Hamill. This is a book that I guess is similar to Outlander. Is that the series now? We go back and forth between different timelines. But this picks up on the African spirituality and the slave trade and coming into the New World and going back and forth. So, that one. And I want to say there's another book. I'll come back with that. I think it's by Octavia Butler. Okay, so let's get on with this now. All right. So, Sagittarian energy. All about new things, learning new things, new adventures, wanting to experience different things. And I know at this time of year, for many of us, we kind of want to hunker down into our space because it's cold. I know it's 30, 40 degrees here. I don't want to go out and about, but we feel like we're being encouraged to do this. And as we're getting into that seriously dark time of the year, we shouldn't allow ourselves to be sequestered inside. Okay, so one of the other things that I wanted to do here, I can give you some things to set your intentions on. A Sagittarius North Node. Did anyone ever get this book? I don't hear too much about it. Okay, so what to wish for when the new moon is in Sagittarius? Quest for truth, peace of mind, travel, freedom, adventure, taking care of legal issues, faith and optimism. We need that. Finding solutions and overcoming excesses. Okay, so, that third slice of pie, you might want to just take that home for later. I'm just saying. Okay. And sample wishes to promote, let's say, personal connection to truth. I want to regularly find myself enlisting the help of a higher power in directing my life. If that's your path, okay? I want to easily find myself praying, meditating, reading spiritual books a minimum of blank days a week for a minimum of number of minutes per month, or each time. This is to set your intention to become a little bit more structured, bringing some of that fiery energy. Sagittarius rules the natural world as well. Connections to nature. I want to easily find myself appreciating the beauty of nature. I want my intuitive sense to become stronger and more accurate. I want to easily find myself taking trips and traveling on a regular basis. I want to easily find myself taking a trip to Bali at a price I can afford. I inserted Bali. You insert your dream place. Of course, Sagittarius energy rules the law as well. I want to easily find myself acting with integrity on the prompting of my inner being. And of course, mentors. I want to successfully enroll in the right college for me. I want to easily find myself seeing my life from a more philosophical point of view. I want to easily attract, recognize, and begin working with the right mentor for me who will help me learn blank. Maybe some of you want to go into tarot studies and more divination, or working with oils, herbs, and brews, or herbology, or candle making, or sewing clothing, or learning how to drive a car, anything. But Sagittarian energy also rules carelessness, including shortcuts, being self-righteous, making assumptions, again, as I said, excesses, extravagance, blunt communication, and Pollyanna approaches. So we want to be mindful of those sorts of energies, okay? I want the tendency to excess and overdoing things totally lifted from me. I want the habit of being blunt easily lifted from me. Okay, I'll work on that. I want the tendency to take shortcuts that result in making mistakes easily lifted from me. I'm not going to point fingers, but I know some people who could use this mantra. Okay, so I don't want to keep you too much longer. What I'm going to do now, we're going to light our candle before I do the spread here. And I have a spread from Ethony. And if you haven't done this yet, go to Ethony's website at the Tower Readers Academy, and she does this yearly. She's been doing this, I guess maybe this is the first time, 2018. So she already has 2019, the spreads for the moon cycles already up. Print it out, PDF, use this as your guidance every month. Okay. So as I said, Sagittarian energy, temperance, that balance, that harmony, that ebb and flow. Jupiter, the wheel of fortune. Round and round she goes. Well, no. This is my card of the year, too. Sometimes you're on top of it, and sometimes you're underneath it. It's a cycle. Doesn't matter. I think the idea is to keep yourself balanced. And that's where I think temperance comes in, so that you can rise above certain situations. And temperance rules, I want to say 7, 8, 9 of Wands, as well as the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Come on, let's go. Let's go, 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 go. That fiery, active, passionate, sometimes misdirected energy. Always ready for an adventure. I mean, if you want to have a good time, yeah. Okay. So, before we begin, I'll pull out all my cards here. Where did I put my matches? Oh, right here. I'm going to light this candle for us. Grandmother Moon, goddess of old, throughout the night, your story is told. By the light of the flame and the beat of my heart, I open my soul, my journey to start. Put that someplace. try it on this side. I'm going to repeat this. Okay? Grandmother Moon, goddess of old, throughout the night your story is told. By the light of the flame and the beat of my heart, I open my soul, my journey to start. And I'm going to do it one more time as I'm shuffling the cards. Grandmother Moon, goddess of old, throughout the night your story is told. By the light of the flame and the beat of my heart, I open my soul, my journey to start. And let's do Ethony spread. I'll give it one more. And I'll just take the cards from the top. And Ethony says for this new moon in Sagittarius that we are to look at any bad habits that were formed in 2018. She said this new moon, this is the new moon to shake things up and leave them behind. Have some fun and enjoy the adventurous energy of this moon. Okay, so our first card is, what area of my life could use some expansion? Ask yourself this question. And the card that I pulled okay, this is a no-brainer, and I am not even going to address this. I know, I'm looking at it, and yes, it's true. I know for a lot of people this does not mean relationships, but connecting to myself, loving myself, but I think I will be a little adventurous, and when that frog comes along again, give him a kiss. I'm just going to leave this right there. Okay? Where do I need to listen? Where do I need to listen more? The Queen of Cups. What did I just say about kissing that frog? I need to listen to my intuition. I need to listen to my body, pay attention to my dreams. I need to listen to my heart. I just spoke on kissing that frog when he comes along. Where do I need to speak more? No. Justice. Where do I need to speak more? I need to speak my truth more. For the past few weeks, believe it or not, I have been silent about some things. You know, I've been trying to maintain the peace, so to speak. And I have to admit that it has thrown me a bit out of balance. I guess because I'm feeling that I'm not going to be heard, or it really doesn't matter. Unfortunately, I've chosen a passive solution, which is to just walk away. But I think I need to actually speak up now. Speak and then walk away. Okay? How can I bring more fun into my life? Oh, this is my life path card here, the Chariot. I definitely do need to take an adventure. Well, well, well. I really do need to be a bit more adventurous. I need to be a bit more far-reaching with my goals. I need to get out of the day-to-day things that I am doing and reignite my passion for adventure. I need to pursue something that I'm passionate about. Get back to doing what I used to love. And card number 5, what lesson have I been learning? Knight of Cups. That I should go after what makes me feel good. That it's okay for me to feel good. That it's okay for me to pursue my happiness. That it's okay for me to want to be on that path of taking care of myself and enjoying my life. That I should dream and be more artistic and stop focusing on, the mundane day-to-day things, work, 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 work. I need to have some pleasure in my life. Okay, so, well, this Sagittarian energy, yeah, this is very, very interesting, this spread. So, I'm doing this quite publicly, and the tarot just has its way of putting your business out there. I mean, what area in my life could use some expansion? Where do I need to listen? Where do I need to speak more? How can I bring more fun into my life? And what lesson have I been learning? I haven't been surrounded by so many cups energy. Cups and air. Water and air energy. Head and heart. Bringing that to center, as we like to say. Okay. So now I'm going to pull a card for a crystal that we can work with. And again, this is from the Lavish Earth Oracle. What crystal should we work with during this new moon cycle? I chose 3, depending on where you are and what's available. Creedite. Creedite has such a wild air about it, and it's orangey red too. It's hard to imagine how creedite could come into being, and this is the first and best clue for its use. Everything is first imagined before it exists. Your dreams, your goals, the biggest and the greatest secrets of what you want for your life. Is there something that seems impossible or nearly so that you want so badly? Remind yourself on a daily, hourly, minute basis that if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. Creedite was first described in 1916 from the Creed Quadrangle, from the Creed Quadrangle in Colorado. Doesn't it look like high desert? It often forms in radiating sprays of fine crystals. It's wild, overcoming obstacles, magic, and miracles. And it says here, enter each day with the expectation that the happiness or the happenings of the day may contain a clandestine message addressed to you. Personally expect omens, epiphanies, and casual blessings, and teachers who unknowingly speak to your condition. Wow, there's a lot of information on that card. Creedite. I'm going to have to check the shop and see if we have this. And the second card I have is Galena. Galena, you amaze me. Now watch me reach your heights. Whatever task is before me, let me amaze myself and others by reaching high and getting there, never losing sight of my core of character and what I know to be righteous, true living. Shiny, outrageous Galena is here to remind us to live in accord with divine law and allow excellence and light to shine forth in every task and interaction. Galena crystallizes in the cubic crystal system, often showing shiny, stunning, octahedral forms. Keywords: righteous living, character, and excellence. There is no real excellence in all this world which can be separated from right living by Davis Starr. These cards have words of power around the sides, and the print is small. Can you see that? That's better, actually. Okay. And the third card I pulled was Septarian. And this is one of my favorite crystals here, and I actually do have several pieces of this. This stone says confidence and tenacity. Let the good come to you. You have strong, clear guidance in the form of angels and teachers, those that came before you who are watching your progress and cheering you on. Look for messages of support and inspiration. The yellow part of Septarian stone is calcite, the brown is aragonite, and the gray is limestone. All work together in Septarian. Calcite supporting abundance, aragonite tenacity, and limestone binding them together with an earthly realism that complements and supports. And the keywords are confidence, tenacity, heaven-sent inspiration. Oh, and this phrase is by Thich Nhat Hanh. Because of your smile, you make life more beautiful. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Remember all this water energy in here? Yeah. I just felt it all come up. Whew. Okay. So, final card from the ancestors. Ancestral guidance cards. Let's see. These are Adinkra Ancestral guidance cards. Adinkra is a language of symbols from Ghana. Okay. I'm going to try again. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. Okay. Akoben. 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 It's the war horn. It's a symbol of vigilance and wariness. The Akoben is a horn used to sound a battle cry. Isn't that like that Sagittarian energy going forth, right? So instead of bow and arrow, some of us have to go in with our horn. I'm curious to see what this has to say. Akoben. Philosophical significance. How ready are you to deal with an unexpected crisis? Get your house in order. Your survival depends on it. This card is to remind you that you need to be ever ready and vigilant to lessen the impact of an unexpected occurrence. So, additional meanings: a call to arms, readiness and preparedness for action or battle, and to stay alert. And that hones that Sagittarian energy that can be a little bit wayward and off course. So, I think that we had some good messages here in regards to working with this new moon in Sagittarius energy. I hope everyone enjoyed this reading, and I hope you do your new moon spread. And leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Until I see you again, stay blessed and take care. Odabo.